Hello everyone, my name is Braulio Oyes and welcome to my channel. I'm your real estate agent in Southern California with eXp Realty, and today I'm gonna take you 3 things that you should avoid when buying your house. The very first thing that you need to make sure not to disturb is your credit score. So before you start looking for a house, you need to check your credit score. So I would suggest like 6 months before you even start, the actual process of buying your house, take a look at your credit score, pull your records and pull your credit reports. And if you don't know how to do that, I'll link a video up here where I'll show you exactly how to pull your credit report from each of the credit bureaus. So when you have all that information, you have about 6 months or so to fix anything that might need to be fixed and to make sure your credit report and your credit scores are as high as you can. So ideally, to get the best rates available out there, 750, it's great. But if you have above 750, then it's fine, doesn't really make a difference. But try to have your credit score as high as you possibly can. And once you're in the process of buying a house, and especially when you get into escrow, make sure that your credit score does not change. And if it does, just try to keep it to just a few points, because any change greater than that could raise flags to the lender. And you do not want that to happen, because then you're gonna have to explain yourself and explain to them what happened, and that might change the rate that you qualify for and things like that. So just make sure to not change your credit score. Number 2, make sure not to make big purchases. It's funny, but you may think it's common sense, but a lot of people, when they're buying a house, they think about buying either a car or furniture, and it's natural. When you have a new house, you may want to upgrade your car, and of course you're gonna want to have all, everything in the furniture store, but try not to do that before you get the keys. The minute you get the keys, I'll still suggest not to do it for some time, because that could still raise flags with the lender. But especially before you close on the house, do not get a car, do not lease a car, and don't go ahead and buy expensive furniture for the house that you're gonna get. First of all, because you don't know if you're actually gonna close, right? You have to make sure that the house closes and you have the keys. But second, because big purchases require your credit to be pulled. So, and again, remember from point number 1, we don't want to make big changes to our credit score. And second, it also affects your debt to income ratio. So for example, if you're getting a car and you're not buying it all cash, then you're gonna take a loan, right? And when you take a loan, that is going to reflect on your credit score, it's going to reflect on your paperwork with the lender. So then that might change again the amount of money that you qualify for, because now the lender has to put those or that new loan and that new debt into the equation, and that is naturally going to reduce your purchase power. So until you get those keys, please, and just keep that lifestyle, keep those expenses, keep making all your payments on time, everything like that, just keep a very low profile until you close on the house. And then, you can talk to your lender and start making the purchases that you need to make. And last but not least, I need to emphasize that you should not deplete your savings to buy a house. And again, this may sound like common sense, but it's surprising the amount of times I've heard and the stories, people who just deplete their savings to make it to the closing table. And that is, problematic for 2 reasons. Number 1, your lender will not want you to deplete all your savings account just to make, payments on your house, because if something happens, then how are you gonna cover those expenses? And then the other thing is that after you close on the house, chances are very high that you're going to have to make some changes to it. Either it's going to be some type of renovation, some type of maintenance or repair, or something might break, 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the line after the closing day. And guess who's gonna have to pay for that? You, because if you were renting before, you could just call up your landlord or landlady and be like, hey, there's a leak in the faucet, or the dishwasher broke, and then they'll send somebody to help to repair it. But when you have the keys to your own house and you're a homeowner, then all those calls and all that responsibility falls on your shoulders. So you need to save for rainy days. So I would recommend between 1 to 3% of the purchase price a year. You have to just save up for expenses and repairs and maintenance and things like that. And also remember that now you have added expenses associated to the house. So you're gonna have things like mortgage insurance, you're gonna have things like taxes, and again, repairs, and utilities. So all these little things, all these little costs will start adding up. And if you deplete all your savings just to make it into the house, then when things go south, you're not gonna be able to recover from that. And of course, we don't want you to take additional loans to cover for those things. So even if the lender tells you that you can, or you're approved for a certain amount, you have to do your own numbers and figure out if the numbers that the lender is suggesting really work for you. If you don't feel comfortable with that amount, then you may want to go for maybe a slightly smaller house, a smaller payment, so that you are comfortable with making those monthly payments, because at the end of the day, the responsibility really is on you. So these are just some quick tips that I have for first-time home buyers, or just any home buyer in general. It's a big financial decision and you need to make sure that you're comfortable making it and you're making it for the right reasons. And of course, if you want more videos like this, don't forget to give this video a like, comment and subscribe. I'm trying to make more consumer related videos, so if you enjoy this content, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you want me to make any additional or specific type of video, also put that down below. And I think that is it for now, you guys. Thank you much for watching. Bye now.